I'm going to show you guys how to sort your items using the logistical sorter and the ATM10 modpack. And just before we get started, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm trying to build a Minecraft community channel and enjoy the content. As you can see, I have a simple setup. So it consists of one main chest and then basically extra storages, so filtered items will go to specific places. And as you can see, I have a logistical sorter. This is what we're going to focus on. So let me actually just demonstrate how this works. As an example, I'm going to put all of these items, and as you can see, they're slowly getting transferred to where they're supposed to be. As you can see, gunpowder's here and bones are here. Now, basically, how does this work? This works on basically based colors, right? As you can see, there's a green color and there's a blue color. So if you actually open up the GUI of the logistical sorter, as you can see, the gunpowder is told to be a green color and the bones are a blue color. Now, basically, to set these colors or change options, if you actually take the configurator from mechanism, and if you actually shift and scroll, as you can see, it changes options, right? So let's go to configure items, and if you actually shift and right click, as you can see, it actually changes colors, right? So depending on the color, that's how you can sort your items easily. Right, so let's actually configure your logistical sorter. If you open up the window, there is a couple of options. Let's go through the filtering first. So there is 3 options: item stack, tag, and mod ID. Item stack is basically having the item, so if you actually just put it in the window right here, as you can see, it basically just takes the item and it basically puts it into the filtering. You can set the color right here, right? If you actually save it as well, as you can see, it shows you the color. If you actually click it, you can actually change the color as well. So just in case you make a mistake or something, or you want to change something, you can do that right here. And as you can see, there are actual 2 options, right? So there's a minimum and maximum. And basically the size button is actually related. So this is all one option, right? Now, the thing about this is actually not sending how many items you want to send. This will actually just limit the items that you'll send. So let's actually put 5 as an example. And if you actually see I put it in the chest, as you can see, it only sends 5 items per second, right? So it doesn't actually limit the items. I thought it does, it actually doesn't. There is another option. The option is called fuzzy mode. The fuzzy mode will basically ignore or allow damaged items. So if you actually enable this, it will ignore damaged items, but if you turn it off, it will actually send regardless if it's damaged or repaired or whatever. Now, to add items by tags or mod IDs, there is a quick button that you actually need to press. If you press F3 and H, basically what this will do is it will actually display tags. So as you can see, so for example, if I hover over gunpowder and if I press either shift or control, in this case actually control, as it actually shows you the tags, as you can see, it says, for example, C gunpowders, right? So that's the actual bottom one, C gunpowders. So if you actually come to the logistical sorter, new filter, tag, and if you do C gunpowders, as you can see, it has found it, right? Obviously, for example, if you want to set the color, then you can do that. So let's set it to green, right? And if I put any gunpowder, this will actually transfer it to this chest. As you can see, it has appeared right here. Now, going back to the main GUI, as you can see, there is additional 4 options. The default color is just the default color. So basically, when you add something new, it'll basically just set the color, right? So nothing really too difficult. There is basically additional option, force single item. So basically, instead of sending, for example, a whole stack, it will just send 1 by 1, right? So this is dependent on you if you want that to happen or not. Round robin, basically this will cycle between all inventories when sending items. So this will actually just cycle between your inventories or basically between your destinations, right? So for example, when you have 50 chests, it'll cycle between those 50 chests, right? And the last option is basically eject. So this option is a bit useless to some extent, as this will actually, regardless of the filtering, it will actually send anything, right? So if I turn this on, as you can see, it's literally turning on everything, which is a bit useless, but they have added that option. And to be honest, that's it. It's not really as difficult as you might think. If you're confused about something, go to the description down below. I'm going to put more information on how to use this. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to check my other content, and peace.